Jacob's story is not the story of a perfect man. It is the story of a complicated man, flawed, restless, and searching for meaning. And that is exactly why his story still speaks to us today. Jacob was born into a family chosen by God. He was the younger twin of Esau, and from the very beginning there was tension between them. Esau was strong, loud, and favored by their father. Jacob was quiet, thoughtful, and stayed close to his mother. Even in the womb, they struggled against each other, as if their lives were already headed in different directions.
As Jacob grew older, he learned how to get ahead, not through strength, but through cleverness. One day, when Esau came home exhausted and hungry, Jacob saw an opportunity. He offered his brother food in exchange for his birthright, a sacred inheritance meant for the firstborn. Esau agreed without thinking, and Jacob took what was not rightfully his. Later, with the help of his mother, Jacob went even further. When their father Isaac was old and nearly blind, Jacob disguised himself as Esau and deceived his father into giving him the blessing meant for his brother. It worked, but it came at a cost. When Esau discovered the truth, he was furious and vowed revenge.
Jacob had no choice but to run. He left home with nothing but fear, guilt, and uncertainty. That night, alone in the wilderness, Jacob lay down to sleep using a stone as a pillow. In a dream, he saw a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, with angels going up and down, and God standing above it, promising to be with him wherever he went. Jacob woke up shaken, realizing God had been present even in his loneliness. But even after that encounter, Jacob's character did not change overnight.
Years passed. Jacob worked for his uncle Laban, where he himself was deceived again and again. He worked long, hard years to marry the woman he loved, only to be tricked into marrying her sister first. He struggled, endured, and eventually built a large family and gained great wealth. On the outside, Jacob looked successful, but on the inside, he was still the same man, carrying fear, guilt, and unfinished business. Then one day, Jacob heard news that changed everything. Esau was coming to meet him, and he was bringing 400 men. Jacob panicked. All the old fear came rushing back. He remembered the brother he betrayed, the blessing he stole, and the past he never truly faced. That night, Jacob prayed desperately, asking God for protection. Then he did something unexpected.
He sent his family, his servants, and everything he owned across the river ahead of him. And once again, Jacob found himself alone. It was in that darkness, in that silence, that the most important moment of his life happened. A man appeared, and without a word, they began to wrestle. They struggled through the entire night. This was not just a physical fight, it was a battle of wills. A lifetime of fear, control, and striving poured into that struggle. Jacob fought with everything he had, refusing to give up. Then the man touched Jacob's hip, and instantly Jacob was injured. His strength failed him. He could no longer wrestle the way he had been. But Jacob did not let go. Instead, he held on. As the night faded and morning approached, the man said, "Let me go." Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." For the first time in his life, Jacob was not trying to steal a blessing. He was asking honestly. He was desperate, broken, and aware of his need.
The man asked him, "What is your name?" Jacob answered, "Jacob." It was more than a name. It was a confession. It meant deceiver. It meant struggler. It meant the man he had always been. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men, and you have prevailed." In that moment, Jacob understood. He had not been wrestling with an ordinary man. He had been wrestling with God. Jacob named the place Peniel, saying, "I have seen God face to face, and yet my life was spared." When the sun rose, Jacob walked away limping. He was wounded, but he was changed. He walked towards his future, no longer as Jacob the deceiver, but as Israel, a man who had faced God and been transformed. Later that day, Jacob met Esau. Instead of anger, he found forgiveness. The fear he carried for years melted away. The night of struggle had prepared him for the moment of peace. Jacob's life teaches us something powerful.
God does not wait for us to be perfect before He meets us. He meets us in our fear, our mistakes, and our struggles. Sometimes God allows us to reach a point where we can no longer rely on our strength, our plans, or our control. Like Jacob, we all face nights when we are forced to confront who we really are. Nights when we wrestle with our past, our identity, and our faith. And like Jacob, we may walk away with scars. But those scars are not signs of failure. They are signs of transformation. The night Jacob became Israel reminds us that struggle can be sacred, that God is present even in the fight, and that the moment we stop running may be the moment our lives truly change. Because sometimes the greatest blessing does not come from winning, but from finally holding on to God and letting Him change us.
And that's the story of Jacob. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, please like this video, subscribe to Christian Faith Chronicles, and share it with your family and friends. We post Bible stories that are clear and easy to understand for everyone. See you in the next story.